I stayed at the best Western Aramis Saint Germain recently, and I'm going to give my honest thoughts about it. For the best price for this hotel, check out the links in the description. Arrival and check-in experience. When we arrived at the Tim Hotel Opera Madeleine, the check-in process was super smooth. The front desk staff greeted us with warm smiles and were really helpful, making us feel right at home. Even though we got there a bit early, they took care of our luggage while we explored the area, which was a nice touch. Room, bathroom, and amenities. The room was cozy and had a nice vibe, although it was on the smaller side, which is pretty typical for Paris. The bathroom had a bathtub, but I found the shower setup a bit tricky and slippery, so I had to be careful. Overall, the amenities were decent. Having a minibar and coffee maker was a nice touch, and the soundproofing worked well enough to keep the city noise at bay. Location and surroundings. The location of the best Western Aramis Saint Germain was absolutely perfect for my Paris trip. I loved being just a short walk from Montparnasse Tower in the beautiful Jardin de Luxembourg. Plus, with the Saint Placide metro station right across the street, getting around the city was super easy, and there were plenty of charming cafes and restaurants nearby to explore. Food, drinks, and dining options. When it comes to food, I really enjoyed my mornings at the best Western Aramis Saint Germain. They serve a continental breakfast that's pretty simple but hits the spot. I love digging into fresh croissants, yogurt, and a selection of cheeses and ham while sipping on some strong coffee. The dining room has this nice bright vibe, and it's a great way to fuel up before heading out to explore Paris. I mean, it's not a buffet with endless options, but honestly, I found it to be just right for starting my day. Plus, with so many charming cafes nearby, I could easily switch it up if I wanted something different later on. Overall, it was a pleasant experience. What's it like to stay here? Staying here is like being in the heart of Paris without all the hustle and bustle. The location is absolutely perfect, just a short walk to Montparnasse Tower and Jardin du Luxembourg, plus tons of cafes and shops right outside. I loved how easy it was to hop on the metro, with the station literally across the street. The rooms are cozy and decorated with individual flair, though I have to admit they're a bit on the small side, which is pretty typical for Paris. The staff was super friendly and always ready to help, especially William, who made our stay feel extra special. I appreciated the daily cleaning and fresh towels, which kept everything feeling nice and tidy. The breakfast was decent, though I found myself heading out to nearby bakeries for croissants after the first day. Overall, it felt like a charming little escape in a vibrant neighborhood, and I'd definitely come back again. Let's take a look at the pros and cons. Here's what I liked about the hotel. Amazing location. Seriously, being in the heart of Paris made it super easy to walk to restaurants, shops, and attractions. I love being close to Montparnasse Tower and Jardin de Luxembourg. Friendly staff. The staff were incredibly helpful and welcoming. They really made my stay more enjoyable, especially when I had questions about getting around. Clean and comfortable rooms. My room felt fresh and tidy every day. The bed was comfy, and I appreciated the soundproofing, perfect for a good night's sleep after exploring the city. Convenient facilities. Having free Wi-Fi and a flat-screen TV was a nice touch. Plus, the breakfast options were decent enough to start my day right. Here's what I disliked about the hotel. Tiny elevator. The elevator was super small, which made it a bit tricky when carrying luggage. I had to make a couple of trips to get everything to my room. My overall rating for this hotel would be 8.6. So, would I stay here again? Absolutely. The best Western Aramis Saint Germain was a solid choice for my Paris trip. The location was unbeatable, with everything I wanted to see just a short walk away, and the staff were super friendly and helpful. Sure, the rooms were a bit on the small side, but for the price and convenience, I'd definitely book it again on my next visit. Thanks for watching. I added links from all hotel booking providers in the description, so you can find the best price for this hotel. Make sure you check out the description below.